Most people think that at 92, life slows to a crawl, that you're supposed to be weak, forgetful, and just waiting for the next doctor's visit. But what if that's not true? Meet someone who's breaking every rule. He still drives himself to the store, walks every day without pain, and hasn't had so much as a cold in decades. No miracle drugs, no perfect genetics, just 5 simple daily habits that almost everyone overlooks. And here's the best part. They're free, safe, and you can start them today. If staying sharp, active, and in control of your life matters to you or someone you love, tap like so more people can find this. And subscribe for weekly advice to age better, stay strong, and live fully. Because aging doesn't have to mean decline, not if you choose differently. Welcome to Better Aging Advice, where we help older adults stay strong, mobile, and confident, without the confusion, gimmicks, or expensive routines. Here we believe aging isn't something you surrender to, it's something you can shape. And every small decision you make, from how you move in the morning to how you wind down at night, can shift the entire path of your later years. Maybe you've noticed your joints don't feel the same. You get up slower. You forget why you walked into the room. The energy's just not there like it used to be. Or maybe it's scarier than that. You're afraid to step off the porch without holding the railing. You've caught yourself reaching for walls, not even realizing your balance is off until it nearly goes too far. Let me tell you something, you are not alone. This isn't just happening to you. And it doesn't mean your best years are behind you. Because the truth is, what feels like just aging is often your body asking for attention. And when you give it the right care, even the smallest shifts can create massive changes. The man we're talking about today? He made just 5 small shifts in his daily life. No big overhaul, but those choices changed everything. And they might change everything for you too. Meet Elmer. He's 92 years old, and he's not just getting by, he's thriving. Most mornings he's up before 7. He makes his own breakfast, oatmeal, blueberries, black coffee. Then, keys in hand, he heads out to the store, drives himself, parks straight. No handicapped spot needed. Once a week, he walks the aisles of the hardware store just to see what's new for his next home project. In the spring, he's out in the yard, pruning roses, pulling weeds, still mowing his own lawn with an old push mower he's had since the 80s. On weekends, his grandkids and great-grandkids visit. He reads to them. He gets down on the floor and back up without help. They laugh, share stories, and you'd never guess who the senior in the room really is. Now let's pause, because this isn't what people expect at 92. Most of us are told to slow down, to accept pills for every symptom, to expect stiff joints, brain fog, and hospital visits. But here's Elmer, not just defying expectations, completely rewriting them. He doesn't take a single prescription, hasn't had the flu or even a cold since the late 1990s. And when he needs to run an errand, he doesn't call a neighbor or wait for help. He grabs his keys and gets moving. No special genes, no secret surgery. So how is he doing this? That's what we're here to uncover. Because Elmer's not a miracle. He's just consistent. And the 5 things he does every day are simple, repeatable, and more powerful than most people realize. Let's take a look at what Elmer's been doing and how you can start doing the same. Secret number 1, the 10-minute morning reset. Before the sun finishes rising, Elmer is already up. He doesn't reach for a phone. He doesn't scroll or slump into a chair. Instead, he begins every single morning with a quiet, intentional ritual, something he's done for over 40 years. He calls it his engine start. It begins with a few light stretches. Not yoga, not a workout. Just slow, steady movements to open his body. He raises his arms overhead, rolls his shoulders gently, twists side to side from the waist. Then bends down, not to touch his toes, but just to feel the spine loosen and the hamstrings wake up. This whole routine takes about 5 minutes. And then, while the coffee brews, he heads to the sink. There, he does something that surprises most people. He splashes cold water on his face and the back of his neck 3 times every morning, not for hygiene, for activation. Elmer doesn't know all the biology, but here's what the science says. That cold water triggers something called the vagus nerve, the longest cranial nerve in the body, running from the brainstem down through the chest and abdomen. It's the command center of your parasympathetic nervous system, which controls rest, digestion, immune regulation, and inflammation. A quick, cold stimulus to the face and neck activates the vagus nerve, which in turn tells your body, wake up, focus, heal, defend. Studies published in Frontiers in Neuroscience have shown that vagus nerve stimulation can reduce systemic inflammation, improve memory recall, sharpen concentration, and even support heart health. And here's why this matters for seniors. As we age, our body's inflammation naturally rises. But this kind of daily reset, even as simple as a cold splash and a few mindful stretches, acts like a mini internal tune-up. It signals your systems to stay regulated, your brain to stay sharp, and your immune function to stay alert. This 10-minute morning reset doesn't look impressive. There's no gym equipment, no fancy supplements, just Elmer, moving his body with care, cooling his face to trigger an ancient biological response, and setting the tone for a day of clarity, balance, and energy. All before the first sip of coffee. You don't need to wait until 92 to try this. You can start tomorrow. It's free, it's safe, and if you make it a habit, you might just start waking up like Elmer, with more power than you thought possible. Secret number 2. Sunshine on the skin, without the sunscreen. Every morning, after his 10-minute reset, Elmer takes his coffee and steps outside. Not to do anything, not to walk, garden, or exercise, just to sit in the sun. He doesn't wear a hat. He doesn't bring his phone. And he definitely doesn't wear sunscreen. Why? Because for Elmer, those first 20 minutes in the early morning light are just as important as anything else in his day. He's not just enjoying the weather. He's practicing a form of natural medicine. You see, by the time most people his age are still rubbing their eyes, Elmer is already out there, soaking in full-spectrum morning light. No UV blockers, no glass between him and the sky, just skin and sunshine. And here's the science behind it. That early morning light, before 10 a.m., is low in UV and high in blue-spectrum light, which directly signals the brain to regulate the body's circadian rhythm. When sunlight hits your skin and eyes, especially without sunglasses, your body releases serotonin, a natural mood stabilizer. It lifts your energy, focus, and emotional balance. Then, as day turns to night, that same exposure triggers a delayed release of melatonin, the sleep hormone, right when you need it most. That's why Elmer says, "I sleep like a teenager. No tossing, no turning, just out." And he means it. While others are battling insomnia, needing melatonin gummies or sleeping pills, Elmer's body already knows what to do, because the morning light told it how. Even more impressive? Morning sun helps regulate cortisol, your stress hormone, in a way that lowers inflammation and stabilizes your immune system. It also activates vitamin D production, which is essential for bone density, hormone health, and mood stability. But here's the twist most people miss. Elmer never overdoes it. He's not baking in the noon heat. It's timed, intentional, and brief, just 20 minutes. Enough to get the benefits without risking sun damage. That's why he avoids sunscreen during this short window. Not because he's careless, but because most sunscreens block UVB, which is needed to create vitamin D. After his sun time, if he's out for longer, or if the sun gets harsh, yes, he protects his skin. But those first 20 minutes, that's his daily light prescription. He treats the sun like a vitamin, a tool for energy, mood, and deep sleep. And the best part, it costs nothing. Requires no gym, no pill, no appointment. Just a chair, a cup of coffee, and the discipline to step into the light. If you've been feeling tired during the day, restless at night, or emotionally flat, this might be the simplest fix you've never tried. Start small. Step outside before 10 a.m., even just for 10 minutes. Let the light do its work. Your body, like Elmer's, knows exactly what to do with it. Secret number 3, the conversation walk ritual. Every afternoon, rain or shine, Elmer laces up his shoes and heads out the door. But this isn't just a walk. It's a ritual, a half-mile stroll with a friend or a family member. No phones, no distractions, just genuine conversation. They talk about everything: the weather, memories, plans for the weekend, even silly jokes. This simple habit combines 2 powerful tools for aging well: movement and social connection. Physically, walking gets the blood pumping. Increased blood flow means more oxygen and nutrients reach the brain and joints. It helps keep Elmer's hips, knees and ankles moving smoothly, reducing stiffness and pain. Mentally, talking stimulates his brain. Engaging in meaningful conversation challenges memory, attention and language skills. It's a full workout for both brain and body. Research from Stanford University highlights just how important this is. Their studies show that seniors who regularly engage in talking walks, combining moderate physical activity with social interaction, have a significantly lower risk of dementia and cognitive decline. The rhythm of walking paired with conversation activates different parts of the brain. It supports neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to form new connections, even into old age. And the social aspect? It wards off loneliness, depression, and the cognitive risks that come with isolation. For Elmer, this half-mile walk is more than exercise. It's a chance to connect, laugh, and stay mentally sharp. He says, "It's not just about moving my legs, it's about moving my mind and heart." This ritual is simple, accessible, and flexible. You don't need a gym or special gear, just a pair of comfortable shoes and someone to walk with. Even if it's just 10 or 15 minutes at first, it can make a world of difference. So tomorrow afternoon, put down the phone, find a friend or family member, and take a conversation walk. Your body will thank you, your brain will thank you, and your spirit will too. Secret number 4, a strange dessert that he eats every night. Every evening, after dinner, Elmer sits down with a small bowl of what looks like an ordinary dessert. But this isn't your typical sweet treat. It's plain Greek yogurt, sprinkled with cinnamon and topped with a handful of fresh blueberries. He calls it his secret weapon, not a guilty pleasure, not a cheat, a prescription he looks forward to every night. Why this odd combo? It's a powerful, simple way to nourish his body and brain, quietly working while he sleeps. First, the Greek yogurt. Rich in probiotics, it feeds the good bacteria in Elmer's gut, his second brain. A healthy gut means better digestion, stronger immunity, and even improved mood. Plus, yogurt is loaded with calcium and protein, vital for maintaining strong bones and muscles, especially as we age. Next, the cinnamon. More than a spice, cinnamon packs anti-inflammatory compounds that help calm chronic inflammation, a hidden driver behind many age-related diseases. It also helps regulate blood sugar, keeping Elmer's energy steady and reducing the risk of diabetes, a common issue for seniors. Then the blueberries. Known as brain berries, blueberries are bursting with antioxidants. They protect brain cells from damage, support memory, and may even slow cognitive decline. Scientific studies show that seniors who regularly eat blueberries experience better recall and sharper thinking. Elmer's simple bowl combines these benefits into one nightly ritual. He says, "It's not just dessert, it's medicine, delicious medicine." This routine doesn't require fancy supplements or complicated recipes. Just 3 everyday ingredients that together create a powerhouse of nutrition. If you're looking for a small, easy change that can boost gut health, stabilize blood sugar, and protect your brain, Consider this dessert habit. Make it part of your evening wind-down. You might not notice it at first, but over weeks and months your body will thank you. Like Elmer, you can turn something simple into a nightly act of self-care, a small but mighty step toward aging well. Secret number 5, 3 words before bed. Every night, just before drifting off, Elmer takes a simple but powerful moment for himself. He says out loud 3 things he's grateful for that day. Not quietly in his head, but out loud with intention and feeling. This isn't just a feel-good habit. It's a mental reset that rewires his brain away from fear and worry, and toward calm and peace. You see, as we age, stress and anxiety can quietly chip away at our health. They trigger a flood of cortisol, the body's stress hormone, which, when high for too long, weakens the immune system, disrupts sleep, and fuels inflammation. But gratitude works like a natural shield. Science shows that practicing gratitude regularly actually lowers cortisol levels. It strengthens immune function, helping the body fight off illnesses. It improves sleep quality, and we all know how crucial good sleep is for healing and energy. Gratitude doesn't just change your mood, it changes your biology. Elmer told me, "When I say those 3 words, I'm telling my body it's safe. It's okay to rest. I'm in control, not my fears." For him, this simple ritual is as important as any medicine or exercise. It rewires his mindset for resilience and peace, qualities that are vital for thriving at any age. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by worries or restless nights, try this tonight. Speak out loud 3 things you're grateful for, big or small. A warm cup of tea, a good conversation, a smile from a stranger. Make it a habit and watch how it gently shifts your mind and body. This small, mindful act can unlock better health, deeper rest, and a brighter outlook, proving that sometimes the simplest secrets are the most powerful. Elmer's key message: I don't live long by accident. Elmer isn't chasing youth or trying to turn back the clock. He isn't relying on luck or magic pills. What he does every day is far simpler and far more powerful. He builds consistency. For over 30 years, Elmer has practiced what he calls tiny wins. Small, steady habits repeated day after day. That's it. No sudden breakthroughs, no drastic changes, just a commitment to doing a little bit better, a little bit more often. That's how he drives confidently at 92, walks pain-free and stays sharp. His secret isn't a secret at all. It's the quiet power of consistent choice. And here's the truth for you. You don't have to do all 5 habits at once. You don't have to be perfect. You just need to start with one. Which of Elmer's 5 habits could you begin this week? The 10-minute morning reset? Sunshine on your skin? That afternoon conversation walk? The nourishing dessert bowl? Or those 3 words before bed? Pick one and make it yours. Share your choice in the comments below and tell us why it matters to you. Then share this video with someone who inspires you or needs a little hope today. Better Aging Advice is here to help you build those tiny wins into a life you love. Because aging well isn't about luck, it's about choice. You're not too old, you're not too late. Elmer isn't lucky, he's consistent. And so can you be. Remember this. You can't control time, but you can choose how you meet it. Prepared, steady, and full of life. If that message resonates with you, tap like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Join our community of people taking charge of their aging journey, one small habit at a time. Because you deserve to live long and live well.